Okay, so it seems pretty obvious to anyone paying attention that Democrats have learned absolutely nothing from their election losses. And I'm personally kind of happy about that, I'll be completely honest with you. But today is a very weird one because there was a press release put out by Speaker of the House Mike Johnson from Louisiana saying women will use the women's room and men will use the men's room. And that refers to biological men and women. And this is all based upon a new member of Congress who is transgender. And they're saying to that new member of Congress, hey, you're transgender. Use the bathroom you were born with. That's it. That's the issue. Now, Democrats have decided that this is a hill they want to die on. That's fine with me if they want to have this fight. But your average American says, yeah, we don't really want this in our kids' schools. And no, we do not want this in our workplace. And the women in Congress are no different. The women in Congress don't want to have to deal with this. They want to go into the bathroom and it be women in there. That's how most women feel. Gay, straight, otherwise. That's how they feel. But for some reason, our friends in the media have convinced themselves that real women don't feel this way because they have to take the most degenerate, ridiculous position they possibly can. And if you watch this little weirdo with ABC News run up to Nancy Mace and try to talk to her about this, it's clear they do not understand the issue or the last election. Listen to this.
Here she goes. Here's Congresswoman Mace. Congresswoman Mace, can I ask you a question as you walk here? So the question is, with your piece of legislation about banning women from using...
100% yes.
My question to you is...
And it doesn't go far enough. I'll be filing more bills.
You have said that it was created in response to Congresswoman-elect McBride.
100%. And
but should legislation be created targeted at one specific person?
It doesn't mention anyone in the legislation, but
you've said it was aimed at her.
No, I have said it's a result of this. I'm not going to allow biological men into women's private spaces. I will stand in the brink and stand in the way of anyone on the radical left who thinks that it's okay for a penis to be in a women's locker room.
This is a completely logical situation. She's saying a completely sane and normal thing. And this reporter's like, oh my God, are you targeting this person? Well, she's the cause of it. This isn't an issue up until now. And now they have to deal with it. And this guy seems completely just confounded by this, and he can't understand it one bit.
Or a bathroom or a changing room? Hell no. I'm not going to stand for it. And the speaker said it would be in the House rules package. If it's not, I'll be ready with a motion, a privileged motion to force a vote on this. This is not okay. I'm a survivor of rape. I'm a survivor of sexual abuse. And I'm not going to allow any man in any female private spaces.
Now, Speaker.
End of story. And by the way, I'm getting death threats from men pretending to be women.
We'll get to that here in just a moment because it's true. It's true.
Why is it that these crazy people, the insanity, the radical left, are willing to kill women over a man's right to be in a women's restroom?
Speaker Johnson has said he wants to treat every new member with the words dignity and respect. Forcing this congressperson to go into a male restroom, is that dignity and respect?
Forcing women to share private spaces with men is not dignity and not respect.
She's exactly right. They're asking every other member of Congress who's a female to change the way they have lived their entire lives for one person. Now, if they want to do that, great, wonderful. But they don't want to do that. They're making that very clear. And this reporter is ashamed of these people for doing this. Doesn't understand it one bit. What do you mean? You're not treating them with dignity and respect. It's going up to a bunch of women and saying, you will bow down to me and do what I want because I'm transgender. So everyone here will do what I want. Is that treating Nancy Mace with dignity and respect? Of course it's not.
I'm absolutely going to stand in the way of anyone who thinks it's okay for a man to be in our locker room, in our changing rooms, in our dressing rooms, in women's bathrooms. And in fact, if you agree with that, you're crazy because that's not okay. It's not okay.
Congresswoman,
Thank you, Congresswoman. We're going to peel away from this conversation, Kira. So a little bit of...
I actually wish they wouldn't have. I wish they would have stayed right there because this guy got wrecked. Let's hear what he has to say.
Context of what we were just talking about, and I'm going to have my cameraman step out of the active driveway here. was that Nancy Mace put forward this piece of legislation. It was aimed, she said, although the name is not in the legislation, at a new member of Congress, Sarah McBride of Delaware, who is a transgender woman. She has said that the legislation would prevent women from using male restrooms and vice versa in the United States Capitol. Speaker Johnson has said, he made a statement earlier today where he said he believes, a quote, man is a man and woman is a woman, but he also called for, as you heard me ask the congressman about, dignity and respect for new members of Congress, and that would include this new member of Congress, Sarah McBride from Delaware, who is a transgender woman. All of that to say this is now an issue that Congress is forced to grapple with here, and one that they've never been forced to grapple with before.
There's no grappling here. Normal people and Democrats all over the country are having a conversation about this exact thing costing them the election. And here they are, their mouthpieces in the press, taking them right down this same road again. They're doing it on immigration, too. Oh, nobody wants mass deportation. No, 67% of Americans want mass deportations. And a higher level of this don't want women in men's bathrooms and men in women's bathrooms. But this guy is just shocked by this. He can't come to grips with it. I'm getting washed out by the window here. Excuse me for that.
Sarah McBride is the first trans person elected to the United States House of Representatives, and it's very much unclear at this hour what Mike Johnson plans to do, although Nancy Mace is under the impression that her resolution or something of the like will now go into the new House of Representatives rules package, which would theoretically be voted on and approved by the next Congress come January.
Forget about that. All you have to do is it happened. Mike Johnson said men will use the men's room and women will use the women's room. It's already been done. It's done. You lost this fight again, you schmuck.
And just trying to look back at Trump's ads as he was running for president. I mean, he's probably going to be right along with Nancy Mace if she pushes for this. She won't get any pushback from the president-elect, right?
It's very much unclear. We know that.
It is not unclear. It's so dumb. Why are they pretending that this is up in the air? They act like this isn't a settled political issue. Well, across the country, parents, students, adults, everyone has made it clear. Men are men, women are women. And these people can live their lives however they want to live their lives, but they cannot infringe on other people's lives to do so. We're not going to bend the rules of modern society so some guy can use the women's room in a dress. I'm sorry. She wants to live as a woman. I'll even call her a her, a she, a they, a them, an it, a whatever. I'll try to be polite. But I'm also going to be like, this is kind of weird that they want to go this far. Because it is. Just stay out of people's way and no one's going to care. Dignity and respect, it goes both ways. Leave people alone. She's a member of Congress. She can have her own bathroom. Just do that. And she does have her own bathroom, by the way. But if she's on the floor, she has to use the bathroom near the floor, I'm sure. And those are for the staff. And she should use the one that is for her biological sex. The way she decided to live her life is fine. You can't put that on everybody else.
And elect Trump made targeting Kamala Harris's position on transgender issues a key point of his campaign. And we also know that he's given Speaker Mike Johnson, the president-elect has, rope to essentially run the House of Representatives how he sees fit. So it's really up to Mike Johnson at this hour, and it's really hard to parse what Mike Johnson wants to do. Again, he made that statement just moments ago before cameras. He made a point, actually, to call cameras for this impromptu public statement where he walked out to cameras in a way that was unplanned, said he believes a man is a man and a woman is a woman. I'm quoting him here, and then went on to say that he believes that each member of the House, each new member, and every member in general should be afforded dignity and respect.
This guy is such a schmuck. He's hiding on that dignity and respect stuff, pretending that doing this is taking their dignity and respect, and human beings don't view it this way. This guy might view it this way. Regular human beings do not view it this way. Now, he talked about an ad. We'll talk about the ad here in just a second. But Nancy Grace talked about death threats. Let's talk about those death threats here for a second. Let's take a look at them real quick. Here's one of them.
This video goes out to Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, I hope that one day I do find you in that woman's bathroom and I grab your ratty-looking fucking hair.
By the way, nice beeping there, whoever beeped that out. Completely missed it.
This bathroom and I grab your ratty looking fucking hair and drag your face down to the floor while I repeatedly bash it in until the blood's everywhere and you're dead. Thank you. I hope that Nancy Mace receives this message well. Kisses. This video.
Again, these are people who are doing costumes. They think that they're acting like women. This is what they think women act like. And it's just absurd. This is not what women act like. This is what lunatics act like. And this guy is a lunatic. And he's threatening to kill Nancy Mace over this. But no. Let these people in the bathroom so they can kill Nancy Mace. It's unbelievably stupid. So stupid. And this guy is going to find himself in a lot of trouble, by the way. Now, they talked about the ad. We've all seen the ad, but I'm going to play it again and remind people that Democrats have made the argument that Republicans focus too much on this transgender stuff, mostly because they know it worked. So they're mad that it worked. That's what they're mad about here. They're mad that this is what they did and it worked. And they are furious about that. But listen to this and ask yourself, were Republicans not clear about where they stand on this? Was it unclear where the president stands, which, as that reporter said for ABC News?
What does Kamala Harris actually believe? Kamala backs taxpayer-funded sex change procedures for minors. She supports men competing in girls' sports. Kamala even supports transgender surgeries for violent criminals.
I made sure that they changed the policy in the state of California so that every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
She's not just liberal, she's dangerously liberal.
I mean, it seems pretty clear where all of this is going and what's happening here, as it should. But they can pretend all day that they don't understand where the American people are on this. That's clear, too. Everyone knows. The American people have made it crystal clear as to where they stand on this and what they believe. And the fact that these people don't get it, well, that's just indicative of their problem, not the American people's problem. The American people have been clear as they can be. All single-sex facilities should be single-sex, and that's your biological gender. You can fight this if you want. You will continue to lose. And you will see the smartest people out there on the left saying, guys, stop doing this. And then they keep going. And they're pushed by the media. Just again, I do want to highlight this. The media drives this stuff. The media pushes these guys into this. The media is the reason all of this happens because they control the Democratic Party. I always say the media and they're Democrats. And there's a reason why I say the media and they're Democrats. And it is because that's who's in charge. It's not the Democrats and the media. It's the other way around. And the media is shoving these people down the left aisle. And that's fine. Keep doing that. You will continue to lose elections. And I fully support that. Thanks for being here. We'll be back later.